Yes, 1-0 it would finish. As for Germany coming into the game 2 points ahead of their opponents already at the top of the table, victory meaning that would all but give them a berth to the Nations League quarter-finals. And it was quite the day for Jamie Leveling, as you saw. Could have been 2 for him, but his goal making the difference in the end anyway. Here's how things are looking in the table. Germany riding high above the rest, also in the group Hungary and Bosnia-Herzegovina 2. Let's bring in Mario Melchiot. He is with us to talk more about what has happened on a night that Netherlands lost. Let me start with you, though, Ale, if I can, because I want to get the German perspective and what we saw from Nagelsmann's men here.
Another good performance from Germany, and I thought in the first 60 minutes or so, but especially in the first half, it was all Germany all the time. Pressure on the ball, pressure higher the field, forcing turnovers. Some of that had to do with Germany, some of that had to do with the Netherlands that continued to turn the ball over in bad areas. But Germany always on the front foot, and regardless of who seems to be on the field for Germany, they have a plan in place that they're able to execute quite well. And so, yeah, Jamie Leveling, that most people would be like, who? What? German international, Jamie Leveling. Well, yes, that guy looked really good today. Of course, Florian Wirtz in the first half looked really good. Serge Gnabry is coming back into form. Team Kleindienst making his second appearance with the German national team, giving you hold-up play. And then from the back, you're seeing a lot of work being done in the outside from Mittelstadt, who's always an option, seems to be an outlet down the left-hand side. Joshua Kimmich, who doesn't like to play right back, but that's what Julian Nagelsmann has him playing right now for the national team. Also an outlet down the right-hand side, strength through the midfield. A lot of good things about Germany, a lot to like. And by the way, a young team. This is a young team from Germany that is only going to get better. And they're missing players. Jamal Musiala wasn't out there today. So you think about what the potential of this team can be. And it's a lot of good news for the German football.
Absolutely. As Ali was saying, Mario, changes as well for Nagelsmann in this, not losing their identity and who they are. It's even like the passing of the guard, the fact that we saw those players before the game being honoured. This is a new era for Germany and they're looking bright.
No, they look really good. I think what they did well from the get-go, they started the game, and I think the prior game they must have learned so much from it, because I think Holland was then in the in the advanced position. But with this game kicked off, you could see the Germans press really high. They didn't allow the Netherlands come out from the back, and Holland is really based on us building up from the back and trying to create the dominance when we play. But when they press down, they put Dumfries close, they close him down, Hato close down, and then the 2 in the middle of the park. They're never going to dribble the ball in because that's not their way, the Vrij and Van der Ven. So when they did that, it became a problem. And then what Koeman did, he knew that if I keep on playing like this, they're going to, they conceded a goal. They were fortunate because, the offside rule was like so close to it. And then he changed the middle of the park. He took Timber and Reinders off. Why? Because he knew that they were going to overrun him, and he knew that he had to put more pressure towards the front. When he changed that a little bit, it created a little bit more balance and a little bit more dominance from the Dutch side. But I think the Germans today, they look really good, but they always look, we can never write them off, because this is a country and a national team that is always ready to battle against us or the Netherlands.
Yeah, Jamie Leveling obviously making a big case for himself. I think Julien Laurent will be joining us in just a moment. Also has had an eye on that game too. But let's get word on him and what we saw, because he has definitely staked his claim in this performance.
Yeah, but he's getting an opportunity to play ahead of, say, for example, Dennis Undav. Dennis Undav has been excellent for Stuttgart. And it's not a surprise that he comes to the national team and is as productive as he has been. But Jamie Leveling is a guy that sometimes starts, sometimes doesn't. So you really have to be thinking about what is it that this guy can give you for the national team? What is his role? And he looked as comfortable as you can be in the national team stage. I can say the same thing about Angelo Stiller, that most people wouldn't know who he is. And yet there he is, calm on the ball, confident, turning away from pressure, finding the opposite side, finding the switch of the point of attack. And all those things that you come to expect from well-established internationals, you're seeing it from guys that are newcomers to the national team. And that's why that gives you so much positive energy if you are Germany, and of course if you're Julian Nagelsmann, because now he has a big problem in his hands. And it's a good problem to have. It's a great problem to have. I have choices. I have options. Before, there was a conversation. When Germany was struggling at the international level, the conversation was, where's the new generation of German players? They seem to be short on talent. Now, the conversation seems to be turning very quickly to, wait a minute, we got a lot of options, and we got a lot of players. And imagine when you can have Musiala and Wirtz on the field at the same time, and if you find a credible option as that number 9, whether that's Kleindens, whether that's Fulkrug, we don't know who that player is going to be, but the role of that player is going to be critically important so that Wirtz and Musiala can produce from underneath position. And I haven't even talked about Undav, who could play that underneath position as well. So look, a lot of options, a lot of good things for Germany.
Jules is with us now. Jules, what did you make of the latest meeting between these two sides?
Well, I thought there was a class apart, really. I heard what Mario just said. I just thought Germany, especially at home, you would expect them to be dominant, to be very good, even with some of the players missing, even with the debut of certainly some young players playing. We see the midfield of Steele and Pavlovic, for example, who I thought were really good tonight. One is 23, one is 20. They've got very limited experience at that level, but yet they play like senior players, I thought, tonight. And then for Jamie Leveling, it's a great story because he was not in the squad, but Musiala got injured, got in the squad. He should not have played tonight, but then Undav got injured, so he played. And it's all about, at that level especially, taking your chance when you've got it, when he's there. And I thought he did that tonight. So I was really impressed for the German. For the Dutch, I didn't really learn much. I think this is where still they show their limits, that team. But Germany at home are really, really good again.